All right, you guys, November 1st. So I'm the weirdo that absolutely loves Mondays. I love the first of the month. It just feels like this, oh my gosh, I can like completely forget any negativity, anything that's happened in my life. And I like to share, if you guys saw my post today in the group about the Bible study, like it is just, I like this month, October was awful. It like for me personally, it was a really challenging month mentally. There were many times that I went through the workouts and I literally stopped pressing play 15, 20 minutes in. I just didn't have a great month. But the great thing is I can look back at that and I can see that I've grown from all of those mishaps. But then I can also start November and kind of say, okay, I'm going to completely, these things that I was not doing well in, I'm going to commit to do better in them. And for me, it's spiritually and mentally, a journey for me this month that I really want to just give the whole month to Thanksgiving and just focusing on our families and our health. And the cool thing that's going to happen is if you guys do that, everything else is going to fall into place, right? Versus us, I want to lose. And I love the goals. I love the goals. So in my coach page, hey, Miss Karen, good to see you, girlfriend. Hey, Jen. I'm secretively going to boom into like Jen's kitchen someday and just like cook in there with her because it's so gorgeous. It's such a beautiful kitchen. I forgot what I was saying, but what was I saying? But I think that so with my team, with my coaches, today we shared our goals for the month and we talked about what they look like. And I love to see like physical, personal goals, business, whatever. We need to make sure in life that we're setting goals for everything. Our families, personal, business, whatever it is, and set those monthly goals, set those weekly goals, and it'll keep you only moving forward. So before you move any forward at all, hey, Miss Sarah, hey, Tiffany, does anybody, how do I word this? No, okay, let's just all raise our hands if you're going to commit to not feeling guilty about any candy you had yesterday. So raise your hands. Everybody doesn't, okay. So commit, I want to see, raise your hands if you ate candy yesterday. Oh, there's only 2 of you that ate candy. Jen, you didn't eat candy. I call it Jen. I'm just assuming. No, I'm so proud of you guys. Okay, that is freaking amazing. Oh my God, you guys are so great. So I want to share something before we dive into today's study is I always find after a holiday or after something, everybody beats themselves up and y'all stop. Like, so I love that you guys were like way better than I was. I wasn't horrible. I probably had 6 or 7 Reese's peanut butter cups, like just the individual 6 or 7. You're like, no, but I normally would have 25 or 30 and I would go really sick to bed and I would wake up and I would have them for breakfast and then I would have some for lunch and then I would have some for dinner and I would do this for like 6 days and then wonder why I felt horrible. So nobody beat themselves up. If any of you guys are sitting there watching the recording and you're saying, well, I ate 25, who cares? Those 25 are not going to dictate where you're going today. So I'm going to dive into today's Bible study. If you guys don't have the book, that's okay. November 1st, and it was actually really great reading this because it really just was about just owning who you are, something you've always wanted to do, just, shaking up your life and it not just being about your style or where you're going and that type of thing. So I'm going to read it. She always opens it with scripture and then brings it to real life. And then we end in prayer. So it says, shake it up. And he who is settled on the throne said, see, I make all things new. Revelations 21:5. So when I read that scripture today, I was so excited. And I stopped right there and I took a deep breath because I'm like, it's a new month. It's a new month, new goals, and it's going to be all new. Okay? And you make that decision right now. So it says, although I want to be, I couldn't say this word right, dependable and faithful. Sorry. I don't always want to be predictable. Sometimes I get bored with myself. Hold on, I'm going to put this, make sure all you guys are on mute. There we go. Let's see. I've always liked, no, I'm not there. Okay. Where was I? I have to ask God for a creative idea to shake up my life a little. Doing something outrageous means different things to different people. For one, it might mean climbing Mount Everest, and to another, it might it might mean a clothing style change. I have always liked lots of glitter and everything very fancy. My children keep trying to get me to keep up with changes, styles, and I firmly resisted for quite a while. They kept saying, see, come on, Mom, start styling. At first, I told them I can't dress like that. I am 62. Then God told me to stop making decisions based off my age. I described I would do something outrageous, something totally unexpected, and change my dress code. My children finally convinced me, and just because I was in my 60s, it didn't have to dress like it. They wanted me to wear jeans, boots, belts, hanging on the hips. One day, I made a decision that I was going to shock them, so I changed my wardrobe style. I had decided that from now on, I am going to dress up to date no matter how old I am. Where will you shake up your life? And it ends in prayer. I have so much to say about this. Lord, keep me fresh and new and alive in my attitude and perceptives. Help me to shake it up today and break out of my rut. Amen. First of all, the thing I love about this scripture is some people might sit here and say, okay, that's really great, fine and dandy, but what is that going to do for my life? It's going to make you smile. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make you skip. You're literally going to wake up every single day excited. So I want to share a couple of mine that I always kind of do, but also a couple that I've heard that I would like to share with you guys and then kind of get your perception of maybe a study this week that you read one of the days or today that you'd like to share. So one of the things, and I'm going to say, and one of the people on the call that is going to hear this actually said this to me, and it's okay because I've heard it a lot of times, but I want to share this out loud with all of you guys. So I have heard more than a couple times, not like a ton, but I have heard a couple times, am I too old to be a Beachbody coach? And at what time in my life, like, am I too old to share my fitness journey or my health journey? And do you have to be in your 20s, 30s, or 40s? And what happens when I turn 50 or 60? And this is my question, what are you going to die? I think we all want to be healthy and happy for the rest of our lives. We have a couple people on our team that are coaches that are actually in their late 60s. And I think it's absolutely so inspiring, and they share their journey. And here's the one thing I love is, of course it's scary, but I think of all the people, this is my personal perception, just me, and yours could be different. In my 20s and 30s, I didn't care about being healthy and fit. It didn't. I cared about being skinny, and that's awful. It's awful to admit out loud. Because right now, if you were to call me skinny, I would reach through the screen and I would beat you up. Because I don't ever want to be called skinny, because that's, to me, is not healthy now. So I think our perception of what healthy looks like can always be different. And so the thing I love about somebody that's maybe in their 50s, 60s, or 70s that's actually going on this journey, oh my God, think of how many people that are needing them. And they'll relate to them, but they won't relate to Rhonda, right? Because I'm in my 40s. Some other things to shake up my life that I will actually do as, and some of you guys will think I'm crazy, but I'm wearing my hair down today for a second. Like, that's a shake it up moment. You're laughing. I actually brushed it. You know, it's actually, yeah, it's funny. My husband, I'll take all this hair out of I'll go like this and I'll have like 20 strands of hair. And he's like, why are you shedding like a dog? I'm like, because I never brush my hair. And y'all think I'm lying, but no, I really don't. It's always in a ponytail. But shaking up your life could be wearing your hair down instead of a ponytail all the time. It could be actually putting jeans on instead of wearing workout clothes all the time. It could be climbing Mount Everest. I made a goal. I shared it publicly. It's been a really long time. But every Memorial weekend, I hike the Grand Canyon from rim to rim, so from one side to the other, and it's 24.5 miles, and I do it in 7 to 8 hours. And because I'm in shape and I'm healthy, it's not horrible. It's long, but I've done it multiple times and I love it. So I made a scary goal this next year, which I'll have to train for it because I didn't do a whole lot of training for the other one. I'm going to do the 24.5, spend the night, and then do it again. So I'll do 50, almost 60 miles in less, like 12 hours, right? So it's a scary goal to shake up my life. Can I do it? I know I can do it. And I can do it, but it's going to shake up my life. So it could be as simple as painting your nails and you never do. to wearing your hair down. But I'd love to hear some ways that you guys are going to shake up your life in November, because it really does, honestly, you guys, it like literally makes a difference in your confidence, the way you carry yourself. I don't know about you guys, but if you actually aren't normally used to doing your hair and you actually do it, it feels good. It feels good to shake up your life, even if that's what it is. And she talks about her style and that type of thing. It can be anything. So anybody like to share how they're going to shake up their November? Sarah, I'm going to call you out. Sarah, it looks like you're in your bed. It's really cute. Oh, wait, let me unmute you real quick. I thought I did. Oh, it's not unmuting. Okay, I think we're fighting each other. There you go. I got it. You got it.
I'm just waking up. I worked 22 hours yesterday.
I love it.
So I hate exposing myself. So like on social media and stuff, I'm super private.
Yeah.
So, but every time I post a picture, this sounds really conceited and like odd too, but if somebody sees, and I'm sure for you too, if somebody sees your body, they reach out to you. They want to know what you're doing. So like I need to expose myself on social media in November.
Yes.
So that's like one of the goals.
I love it.
Every time I expose myself, somebody will email me and ask me, what are you doing? Or so I need to be more exposed and more present. And
I like that. And I like that. And you know what's amazing about that is you'll watch yourself grow in ways that you never thought possible. You'll get confidence by being able to help other people. I will tell you that 90% of my confidence comes from just seeing your guys' amazing results, seeing you guys smile, seeing you guys like, you know, what was it? A girl today in one of the groups, she's like, I now need a belt for my clothes. My pants are falling off. I don't even know how much weight I've lost. I don't even care. And I was like, that right there just gives me confidence, you know, walking through the week that, you know, what I do does make a huge difference. And so you sharing your journey, it is one of those amazing blessings. And I always share this in the nicest form of way. But when I became a coach, I loved being able to find out who I was, get the results I wanted. But the thing that I always share out loud with my team is I say, how selfish would it be to hoard that for ourselves? But
right.
What a blessing that would be to gift that on other people as well. But the cool thing that happens is, I can mute anybody that gets on. The cool thing that happens is there's so much confidence that comes through that first vulnerable post that you do, Sarah, and you share that, and you're gorgeous. I showed my husband your pictures. Also, isn't my new coach amazing? She's gorgeous. He's like, yeah.
So, and the other thing is like the last person that signed up underneath me, I didn't even know. She just signed up, and then I looked in my email. So the hospital I work at, they block our emails because of viruses.
Okay.
And I looked last night, and she was like, I want your abs. I signed up underneath you because when you posted, I was like, oh, I didn't even know.
So, and isn't it amazing if you did go and share your journey and you let that vulnerability and you're like, I'm going to do it, how many people would reach out to you, right? And it's just such a gift. And I love, and it's scary. So it is super scary. So I always kind of shared with my team before, I don't have a huge transformation. I really, really don't. People will say, well, how much weight have you lost? I'm like, I've gained 15 pounds. Does that count? I'm not the same person, and, you know, body fat and all that type of stuff. But I remember the first day that I shared my transformation picture from 60 Days of Insanity, and I put it on Facebook. I didn't have like a page at the time, and I didn't sleep that night. Like, I literally can tell you what wall I was looking at. I can tell you I literally woke up just like mortified. I was like, I just showed my abs on social media. And now I laugh. I'm like in a bikini or I'm at the beach or something. You know, I'm just like, okay, that was. So I think it's like we evolve into this. But I think of if I didn't share that one moment, then I wouldn't be able to reach all of you guys, you know? And it takes those moments and those shaking up moments, like she called it today, that just help us to grow. And it could be a shaking up moment, can be anything. It really can, is kind of like what you shared, Sarah. So I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I know you and I will talk this week. So just shoot me a text and we'll have a phone call.
Rest of the week. So
awesome. I'm excited. Let's see. Sarah, I think it's Sarah, right? Or Stacy? Stacy. Okay. Stacy says, I'm going to hit the bleachers with friends this month. I am missing working out with others, and that makes me happy. So I am going to get back to it. Absolutely, absolutely. So I actually got into this fitness journey by being a Group X instructor, and I started taking some Beachbody programs. Like, you guys remember Body Pump Les Mills through Beachbody, and Ripped, and like all of those classes, and like RPM, they're all Beachbody programs that you can do like in a gym setting. And that's kind of actually how I got started. And I fell in love with that. The one thing that led me to Beachbody was the nutrition, and I just wasn't getting the results for me personally, you know, going and taking classes all the time. But I do think, Stacy, it's so important to make sure that you get out, be with your friends, you know, whether it's going for a run, hitting the bleachers, like it makes you, I love being outside. That's why, like, people ask me why, like, you really like to hike. And I said, I don't know that I really like to hike as much as I just want to be outside. I just know where the sun is. It makes me happy. I love the mountains. And if that means being with friends and family, I'm going to do it. So I love that goal. I love that goal. Does anybody else have any goals they'd like to share for November? Because we all should have amazing goals to just be the biggest rock stars and something to shake it up. Maybe it's that you're going to push yourself harder in the new program that you're going to do. I have something really exciting I want to share about the program I'm going to do with you guys. Anybody? Or do you have anything from a different day this week or last week that spoke to you? You read it and you're like, I got to share this. No? No. Okay. You guys ready? Okay. So I'm going to share something pretty personal. I pretty much only like Body Beast. I'm just saying it. I like Hammer and Chisel. I don't like programs where I can't lift weights. I don't. Okay, I lie. I like Max 30. That program's awesome. Like, that one, that is the only program that's ever made me cry. Like, it literally has like brought me to a different state of mind. So Siggy and I text quite a bit through text and just talk about different goals and different things, and we're helping each other in our businesses. And he reached out to me yesterday and he goes, so, I don't remember what he said, but he goes, you do realize I need your help with something. And I said, what? He said, you do realize there's 7 programs, there's 7 workouts that nobody knows about on Beachbody On Demand that are Body Beast formats. They're not part of the calendar. They're on Beachbody On Demand. They're in a gym setting. And he said he wanted to reach out to me specifically because he knows that I will take Body Beast like back and legs to a gym setting type situation. He goes, would you be willing to do these seven workouts? He goes, I don't think you've done them. I said, no, I don't think I have either. I have to be, I'm like, here's the calendar. And, you know, life kind of got in the way and I slipped a little bit on the calendar, but I said, no, I don't think I've done that. And he started naming them. I said, no, I haven't. So what I'm actually going to do, today is legs for my last day, because I missed legs one day. I'm not going to not do it. I'm sorry. There's not enough legs in Body Beast, in my opinion, that I'm not skipping it. So I'm going to do legs today so that I can finish the 90 days. And then I was going to jump into Shift Shop. Okay. And I love Chris. Chris is amazing, although I really love his strength days the most. So I'm not a huge cardio person at all. Like, if you see me running, then somebody's trying to kill me. Okay. So I'm going to jump right into these 7 workouts. And then he wants me to actually write up a story about them. And I'm going to do the best that I darn can. Here's my issues. I don't like to film or video in a gym setting because I like to respect other people's privacy. It's really freaking hard. I'm not going to lie. You'll see I've done a few on Instagram. Oh, I thought my dog was underneath me. I've done a few on Instagram, but I really don't like I don't want to, like, I'd be mad if somebody posted me on social and I didn't even know it. I'm sitting there like crushing it or drooling in the background, you know? So I'm going to do my best to film them there, but I might have to come home and actually do the movements and do videos on. But I want you guys, so you guys want to do it with me. So I don't know if anybody wants to do it with me. You want to do it with me? So I start tomorrow. I've never done them. I need to kind of look through it. I'm a weirdo. I don't know about you guys, but I like to actually look at the program so I will look at it today so that I know what tomorrow is bringing. I'm super funny like that. I did that with Shift Shop when it came out. I always looked a day ahead because I hate when they didn't release the program the day ahead. I would be like, no, I need to know what's happening tomorrow. So I'll look and kind of see, and then I want to share with you guys. I'm going to share it very publicly. I'm going to share a lot on Instagram stories. I'm going to give my feedback. Anything that he tells me, I'm going to make sure and let you guys know as well. But it's 7 full workouts in a gym setting. So for those of you that don't have a gym membership, look at it. Maybe you have enough weights at home. Maybe, and tag me. Like if you're like, well, how would I change this move? I can change anything for at home. I can do every single thing in the gym that I could do at home. Sometimes it's a little bit harder though, okay? So what is the name of it? You know, I don't know the name of it yet, but I will. Are they under old files? So it won't be, I love taking Body Beast legs to the gym because yeah, I know. When I first started Body Beast at home, I was fine. And then it got to a point where I did it so many times that I didn't have heavy enough weights. I don't have 70, 80 pound dumbbells, like for like the split squats and stuff. I don't have that. For back, like I'll do like with pull downs, or like I'll do like 90 pounds. I don't have that capability at home. I want to have like a big, yeah, so I don't have that. I want to have one of those universal systems, but we probably won't ever. I'm not going to have a house with a big enough house to have a gym. So what it is, so if you, and I want to give an example to tell you guys how to find it, and I can help you, and I can do a video. You guys tag me in the challenge groups, let me know if you can't find it, I will help you. So when, and I know where it's going to be, because it's just like Insanity. So if you guys don't know this about Insanity, you need to write this down and make sure that you do it, because it is the coolest thing you will ever do in your life. To this day, one of the best workouts I've ever done. If you go to Insanity, okay, the regular Insanity, you go all the way to the bottom. So you log in, you hit Insanity on Beachbody On Demand, you log in, you go all the way to the very, very, very bottom, okay? So you pass all the workouts. Very bottom, there's gonna be a couple workouts that Shaun T has that aren't on the calendar. One of them, I don't know the name of it because it's been a year since I've done it, but it's really great. It's all shoulders. It's all shoulders and arms, and it's Shaun T in a gym setting with 2 other people. And it's really cool. I actually wish Shaun T would come out with a workout like this. It is him strictly lifting weights with a little HIIT drill in between, like a little cardio, and then straight back to lifting. And so I know that Body Beast will be the same way. It'll be those 7 workouts will be, you'll log in, it'll be, and can you tell I haven't really spent a lot of time. I literally just got the text last night and I haven't had time to process it, but it'll go, and you'll go in, you'll log in, you'll see all of his workouts. At the very bottom, you'll see these 7 workouts. Beachbody is doing this. So what they're doing is they're adding workouts to all the programs so that when you finish the program, you have other options that you can do. And it's really actually amazing, because how many of you guys, this is where I'm at with Body Beast, I know exactly what back day is like. I know exactly what arm day is. I know. And the only thing, like, and people ask, how do I do the same program? A lot of times, man, I just put my wireless headphones on and I just jam out to music and I don't even care. It's awesome. Like for me, music, it like speaks to my soul, and I can do that really easily. Not everybody can do that. So let's see, Tiffany, Shaun T just asked on Instagram stories this week if we want him to do a strength. Oh, yes, tell him yes. Because here's the deal. I love Shaun T and he looks really great and all, but he didn't just get those muscles from doing Insanity. We all know that. No, I mean, I know that. I know he's doing something else. He's lifting or doing something. So let's look at that. So I love that Body Beast has these 7 workouts. So I'm going to start literally tomorrow. I have no idea what they include. I have no idea if they're similar. I'm assuming they're similar to his other ones, but completely different. So we can kind of walk through this blind together. Any of you guys have questions? Yes.
Hey.
Hey, Jen.
Can I ask, or is it someone else?
Go. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, you can come and cook with me anytime you want. Any of you can. And second of all, I didn't have candy yesterday, but I did have pizza.
Okay.
And third of all, if you can hear me,
yes.
If you're going to do that Body Beast for 7 days, are you not going to try out the new 80-day obsession? Doesn't that start on Monday?
It does start on Monday. So I will do that on Monday and then just go right back to this.
Is it only one day?
Some people don't do that. Some people, one of my new customers, she's so cute. I talk on the phone. She goes, I can't do that. I have to like completely finish and then go. And maybe I'll completely finish. Maybe I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll completely finish and then do the 80-day obsession like when I'm done with it. I don't know. I usually will just kind of throw it in that day as just to kind of tweak the body and then jump right back on.
Is that sneak peek, is it just one day?
I think it's just one day. Anybody know the answer? I actually haven't had a chance to look. I will tell you, I think most times they do it, it's usually just one day. And then what they'll do is I know they'll have another sneak peek. So they'll do this and then they'll have like another one, because if we think about it, we have 2 months till it comes out. So, or what is the date? Yeah, it's in January. So they literally will for sure have another sneak peek, and it might be a longer one. I know the first one they usually do is usually one day, and then they'll kind of, but if anybody knows differently, feel free to unmute your line. I unplug with today's Wednesday, but I unplug a lot in the evenings. Did I miss? No, Stacy. So, the 11th, Karen, thank you. So the Body Beast workouts, when you go to log into Beachbody On Demand, you'll see all the workouts. And then at the very bottom, he will have those new ones. They'll be like, like Insanity is the same way. You'll have Insanity, and then you'll have these other workouts that you'll see at the bottom. You're like, what are these? And that's the 7 that he's talking about. So I'll have to look at if there's a calendar for it. I'm assuming they would be in order. We'll kind of have to see. I will definitely have a game plan by today because I have to know what's going on tomorrow. Otherwise I can't. I don't like waking up and not knowing what's going on with my workout. Kind of crazy. So, oops. How do I turn it off? Decline. All right. So you guys have any other questions about that? And it's really cool if you think about it. So Beachbody's going to keep doing this. They're going to keep adding new workouts to each format because they know there's people like me that really do just like a handful of programs. And we will continue to do that program over and over again. So they want to make us happy. And I know that they'll constantly be creating new ones, which is really great. Anybody? Hey, Irasima, good to see you, girl. All right, so you guys have any prayer requests or anything you want to say? Anybody like to say anything? You guys are all going to rock and shake up your November with something new, even if it's just wearing your hair down.
Yolanda.
Yes!
I think for me, it's obviously our busiest time of year. We have like 10 events coming up with the horses and stuff. So for me, and I have my kids coming and we have Christmas and Christmas shopping. For me, it's just going to balance really my dedication to my eating. Like I have been doing really good, but I've got to during this season, it's not usually good for me because we're gone, 15, 16 hours a day. So to try to figure out doing everything in advance and kind of really start focusing on planning in advance and packing things in advance. I think that will make me much happier.
Oh my God, yeah, and I love Karen just wrote, you pray for peace during this crazy time of year that's coming up. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Stacey had asked for Ben Marsh died yesterday, so we can pray for him and his family. Absolutely, without question. Gosh, isn't it crazy? It's crazy. This time of year, I think it's so easy. So I'm actually looking at our November new challenge group that starts. It's going to start at the end of November. So we'll start a new group the end of November. I'm actually looking at, and if any of you guys have suggestions, feel free to send it my way. I love suggestions. Absolutely love them. If there's a book that you've read or a Bible study that you've enjoyed that was really about the holiday season. So every holiday, what I like to do starting in November through January is actually doing a Bible study that revolves around just slowing down and focusing on what we should be, because what is more annoying than anything is what we all do. We all just run around the hustle and bustle. We stop caring about ourselves. We start trying to make everybody else happy. We end up becoming miserable and we don't enjoy the moments. And then we forget what the season's about. It's about Jesus, right? So I have a couple in mind, but if any of you guys have one where you're like, oh my gosh, I did this one years ago, or I've heard this one's great, I'll look into it. Obviously, we can still incorporate this one because, we still have a little bit of time for the end of the year, but I really do like to kind of incorporate, because I see in the challenge groups every single year people struggling with time management and struggling with what's important. So I love that you brought that up, Michelle. And so I can definitely give some tips and tools, but we'll keep you in our prayers, all of you guys. And some of the things that I've done in the past, when the seasons come up and stuff is, and it's hard, but I will set my alarm early. I will set my alarm early, sometimes 4:30, 5 o'clock. It usually goes off anyways, but 4:30. And you know what I'll do is I'll take that cup of coffee and I will just sit on the couch and I just have quiet time. And that quiet time is usually a little longer than normal. Just that I'll turn on the Christmas tree and I'll sit there and I will and I don't look at my phone. I don't turn my phone on. I don't turn my computer on, and I just focus on His word and what's going on, or maybe a devotion that I'm doing that day. And I know it's hard because you're like, man, that sounds really early, or maybe you wake up a half hour, 15 minutes early, right? But it really does set the tone for your whole day, right? And then maybe through those moments, us trying to slow down, we always talk about those hidden minutes in our day where we could do personal development. What about those hidden minutes in our day when we're doing the dishes, we're driving down the street, we can just pray and say, Lord, help me in this moment. Or I have a coffee cup I just bought the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it on Instagram stories. It says, if we pray when we're only in trouble, then we have something to worry about, basically. So maybe praying even in those great moments and saying, Lord, thank you so much for making yesterday an amazing day. And help me to have another day just like that with you on my shoulder, right? So let's see. Karen, do we continue after our Bible study is over? So so this study I've actually done for most of the year in my groups. We did do, and tell me if I'm answering this right, Karen. We did do 2 or 3 other books at the beginning of the year that and I will do this again. So when January comes, you guys, I like to make February all about confidence and about us all finding our inner confidence as women. Because it's all about loving ourselves and all about and so we transitioned into just learning to own ourselves through all of the crap in life, right? So I love doing a study on that. So what we'll do is we'll do the seasonal Bible study, and then we'll transition into a confidence one, and then we'll transition again. So, but it allows you to kind of be able to, because think about, it would just be crazy for us not to have a Bible study that goes towards what's going on around that time of the year. So, and I see it in our groups, and that's why I change them, because I see that we all go through it. So, he was only in his early 30s. No way. Did he live in New Mexico by chance? No, because that's really crazy. I just heard the same thing from another person. Oh man, same age, Texas. Okay, that's crazy. And the guy that did it this week was 29. So that's, you guys. All right, well, let's see. I have to run, Michelle. Bye, Michelle. I know she left already. Well, let's end in prayer. I don't want to end heavy, but I want you guys you're so special. And how can you shake up your life this month? And how can you shake up the people around you this month and make a difference and make an impact that isn't just like, I love, what is it? We've got Miss Sarah over there. Miss Sarah, but like her just, sharing her journey and just being able to impact other people's lives. I mean, it's just such a gift that we can do. So we'll end in prayer, and then we'll skip through our day and we'll have a shake up, right? And I want to hear in the group, if you've thought about it over this week, what your shake up's going to be. I want to hear about it. I want to hear what that's going to be. I'm processing it still. I'm always challenging myself physically, like doing the Grand Canyon. It's just my family. We're all kind of outdoorsy people. But I want to shake up lots of other things. And so I'm actually, after reading it today, I'm really processing that. So just be bold about your faith and never be afraid. Absolutely. Share it. I get compliments all the time about people saying, thank you for being bold to share that you love Jesus and you love all those things. And I don't be ashamed of it ever. It's such an amazing thing, and you'll inspire people along the way. So I love all of you guys. Let's end in prayer and then have an amazing day. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this amazing platform that we can meet together all over the country, that we can just be still just for a moment, whether we're at work, we're at home, whatever we're doing. But Lord, please this week, ask every single one of these women that watch this recording, that are on this call today, ask them to dig deep on that shake it up aspect that you're asking today, that is going to help them grow. And they're going to do it based off their goals and have their eye on you the whole time. Have each one of these women grow specifically towards your vision and your love. Dear Lord, please protect over all of these women and all the people lately that are just, I know easy way to say it, taking their lives. Lord, will you please just protect over their families right now, as I know that they are confused, they are hurt, they don't understand. But dear Lord, please give them the strength through you. Have them lean on you in this time, Jesus, because without you, Lord, we can do nothing. As we go into this new month, I ask every single person on this call to set just amazing goals and to give them a still heart, that when things start to get busy, that they turn to you instead of self. That through these quiet moments of just driving down the street, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, instead of complaining about the things they have to get done, be praying and thankful that they get to do those things and lean on you and ask you for help in those moments. And just thank you, Lord, for always being there no matter what. Dear Lord, thank you for loving us the way that we are, where we're going, that you have a plan that is bigger and stronger and more faithful than we can even imagine. In your precious name, amen. All right, you guys, well, have an amazing day. Oh, I just love you guys all to death. You're going to make me cry. Oh, I love you guys so much. So have a great day. Bye, everybody.